There's a guy who parks his 2011 Honda Civic in the same lot every single morning. It has faded paint and a small dent on the rear bumper. To his coworkers, he's just another guy struggling, maybe living paycheck to paycheck. They assume he's one emergency away from real trouble. What they don't know is that he has $4.2 million in index funds. His house is paid off, his kids' college is funded, and he could retire tomorrow. He chooses the Civic on purpose. According to the millionaire next door, the median price millionaires pay for their cars is just $31,367. This man isn't poor. He's playing a game of wealth that most people don't even know exists. He values freedom over the opinions of people he doesn't even like. An Experian automotive study revealed a shocking truth. 61% of people earning over $250,000 drive Toyotas, Hondas, or Fords, not BMWs or Mercedes. These are regular cars that blend into any parking lot. On the flip side, 8% of people earning under $100,000 own luxury vehicles. They are spending $60,000 on cars while making $50,000 a year. One group looks wealthy, while the other group actually is wealthy. These are rarely the same people. This video isn't about being cheap. It's about understanding a financial strategy that could change your life. Looking poor might be the most important financial move you ever make. The research is overwhelming. Those who build real wealth behave nothing like those who appear rich. Thomas Stanley and William Danko spent decades studying millionaires across America, and their findings shattered every assumption. They found that 80% of millionaires are first-generation affluent. They didn't inherit a cent. They built it themselves through discipline. Half of them have lived in the same house for over 20 years. They are more likely to drive a used truck than a Bentley. They don't live in flashy mansions. They are disproportionately clustered in middle-class and blue-collar neighborhoods. This surprised even the researchers. Why live there? Because high-income professionals in wealthy neighborhoods often devote their income to luxury goods just to keep up. They are playing a visibility game, while the true wealth builders are playing the compounding game. Actual wealth builders understand a simple mathematical truth. Every dollar spent on appearance is a dollar that cannot compound over 30 years. If you take the price difference between a luxury car and a reliable sedan, say $40,000, and invest it at a 7% return, it becomes nearly $300,000 in 3 decades. Dave Ramsey's research confirms this pattern. The top car brands for millionaires start with Toyota, Honda, and Ford. BMW and Mercedes don't even crack the top 5. Even the world's richest people followed this. Jeff Bezos drove a Honda Accord long after he was a billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg drives a basic Acura. Larry Page, co-founder of Google, was loyal to his Toyota Prius. They know that looking wealthy isn't worth the cost of actually being wealthy. Sociologist Thorstein Veblen introduced the concept of conspicuous consumption over a century ago. His observation was that people don't just buy products for their use. They buy them as signals. Luxury brands aren't selling high-quality leather. They are selling a narrative. A $50,000 watch tells time exactly as well as a $50 watch. That extra $49,950 is spent solely to signal status to others. Research shows that people who view money as a symbol of power report much lower levels of financial satisfaction. They buy expensive things to impress others, often without any long-term financial plan. The irony is brutal. The pursuit of appearing wealthy creates the exact conditions that prevent you from ever achieving actual wealth. Every leased BMW represents a monthly payment that could have gone into your brokerage account. Every designer handbag represents shares of an index fund that weren't purchased. Every status symbol has an opportunity cost measured in decades of lost compound growth. A 2025 study found that 62% of everyday millionaires still budget and look for deals even after they are rich. They understand that the habits that built the wealth are the same habits required to keep it. The visibility of wealth creates problems that invisibility avoids. When you look ordinary, you are shielded from the wealth tax that society tries to impose on you at every turn. The more visibly wealthy you are, the larger the target on your back. According to Javelin research, high net worth individuals are significantly more likely to be victims of identity theft and cybercrime. Criminals use social media and your lifestyle choices to assemble profiles for whaling attacks. They impersonate bankers or family members to extract sensitive data. Americans lost over $10 billion to fraud in 2023 alone, with investment fraud targeting those who appear to have deep pockets. Looking wealthy advertises exactly what you have to lose. Looking poor or ordinary acts as a natural deterrent. It's the ultimate security system for your bank account. The social dynamics of visible wealth create pressures that compound over time. When you drive a luxury car, friends assume you can afford the most expensive dinners. When you wear designer clothes, colleagues expect you to pick up the tab. If you live in a rich neighborhood, the baseline spending of everyone around you inflates your own expectations. Research on social comparison shows that status is relative. In high inequality environments, status signaling becomes more aggressive and expensive. However, the person driving the old Honda maintains access to a wider range of social circles without being judged or exploited. Nobody expects them to pay more than their share, and nobody resents them for having more. One of the greatest benefits of looking poor is authenticity in relationships. High net worth individuals often report a trust paradox. They can never be certain if someone likes them for who they are or for their money. Relationships become harder to evaluate. The person who looks middle class while being quietly wealthy avoids this entirely. Their friendships are formed without the filter of financial status. People treat them with a level of raw honesty that the visibly rich rarely experience. This social invisibility provides a peace of mind that no amount of money can buy. You know your circle is real because there's no financial incentive for them to be there. The authors of The Millionaire Next Door created a framework. PAWs, prodigious accumulators of wealth, versus UAWs, under accumulators of wealth. This has nothing to do with how much you earn, and everything to do with how you live. A janitor earning $50,000 can be a PAW, while a surgeon earning $700,000 can be a UAW. If you spend everything you make to maintain a high-status image, you are an underaccumulator. You are essentially working for the bank and the luxury brands. UAWs understand compound interest intellectually, but they fail to practice it behaviorally. They are trapped in the better-than theory, needing a better car or house than their neighbor, which keeps them on a treadmill of debt. Financial choices are often million-dollar choices. If a specific luxury purchase hadn't been made, that person would have had an extra $1 million in retirement. Consider the math of a car. The difference between a $30,000 car and an $80,000 car, if invested over 25 years at 7%, becomes roughly $270,000. That is the real price of looking wealthy. Cultural programming starts early, telling us that rich people spend lavishly. TV shows and social media reinforce the lie that if you don't show it, you don't have it. This narrative is designed to keep you consuming. Those who reject it build wealth in the shadows, reaching their 50s with options the visible spender will never have. Interestingly, the cultural tide is shifting toward quiet luxury, or stealth wealth. Affluent consumers are increasingly prioritizing longevity and craftsmanship over flashy logos. A 2024 survey found that over 50% of global shoppers now prefer influencers who showcase practical luxury rather than excess. This shift reflects a growing recognition that visible wealth has hidden costs. Looking poor, or understated, gives you an edge in negotiations. Whether it's a car dealership or a home contractor, people quote you based on your perceived ability to pay. Looking wealthy invites premium pricing. Looking ordinary secures the fair market rate. In the professional world, looking ordinary is a power move. Coworkers who perceive you as one of them treat you as an ally. Bosses who don't think you are rich assume you are still hungry and committed to the job. Clients don't resent your fees when they don't see you flaunting a Ferrari. The quietly wealthy employee has the security to take risks and negotiate from a position of strength, all while appearing to negotiate from a position of need. It's an incredibly powerful psychological advantage that allows you to control the room without saying a word. Family dynamics improve when wealth is invisible. Research shows a negative correlation between receiving financial gifts and building wealth among the children of the rich. The more adult children receive, the less they accumulate on their own. Parents who look wealthy face constant pressure to provide economic outpatient care. However, parents who live a modest lifestyle help their children develop self-reliance. Their kids grow up knowing the value of a dollar because they don't see it being thrown away. This preserves the family's motivation and prevents the resentment that often comes with visible financial inequality. The psychological benefits of invisible wealth are impossible to ignore. While luxury items provide a temporary spike in happiness, we quickly adapt to them. This is called hedonic adaptation. But the security of a growing net worth provides a constant baseline peace of mind. You know you can handle any emergency or walk away from any toxic situation. Success isn't what you buy. It's the freedom you've purchased with the money you didn't spend. The 2011 Honda Civic in the parking lot isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of a person who values their future over a stranger's opinion. Wealth isn't about what you show. It's about what you keep.